Hello, everyone, and welcome again to another series of VA Knowledge. And in this video, we are going to talk about the honest truth about working from home and what nobody tells you. I am not going to sell you a dream in this video. I am not going to show you a perfectly staged desk setup and tell you that working from home is effortless and amazing and you love every second of it. That's not the truth. The truth about remote VA work is more complicated and ultimately more interesting than any highlighted reel you see online. In this video, I am going to cover the real challenges, the genuine rewards, and the practical setup you actually need to make it work. Let's start with the challenges, because knowing them upfront is how you prepare for them rather than being blindsided by them. Challenge 1: Communication is harder than you expect. In an office, you read body language, you overhear context, you clarify things in passing. When everything is text and scheduled video calls, misunderstandings happen more easily and more often. Remote work demands that you communicate more intentionally, more frequently, and more explicitly than you would in person. That's the real skill, and no one that takes deliberate practice. Challenge 2: Self discipline is not optional and it cannot be imposed from outside. There's no manager watching you, no colleague who'll notice if you spend 2 hours unfocused. The structure has to come from you. Some people find this exhilarating, others find it genuinely difficult and need to build explicit routines and compensate. Be honest with yourself about which category you're in before you start. Challenge 3: The people you live with may not understand that you are working from home means actually working. You will have conversations, probably more than once, about why you can't do errands, answer the door, or watch the kids while you're just sitting there on your laptop. These conversations need to happen proactively and explicitly, not after the resentment has built up. Challenge 4: Income takes time to stabilize when you are starting out. The first 2 to 3 months as a new VA often involves variable earnings while you build a client base. Having 2 to 3 months of expenses saved you before you begin full time remote work is a practical recommendation, not a cautionary tale. Now, the parts that genuinely are as good as described. The first one is simple: the commute is gone. You get back 1 to 3 hours every day. Over a year, that is potentially 600 or more hours of your life returned to you. That is not a small number. Spend those hours on your family, rest, creative work, or skill development. They're yours. Second, your income ceiling doesn't exist in the same way it does in a traditional salary. You can add clients, raise rates, and grow your earning capacity on your own terms. Your location doesn't limit you what you can earn, your skill set does. And you can continuously develop that. And third, your clients can be anywhere: the US, UK, Australia, Canada, Europe, and a lot of places. The global market for remote VA work is enormous and continues to grow. Being based in the Philippines, for example, like me, is not a disadvantage. It's a positioning opportunity, particularly with clients looking for reliable, high quality English speaking professional support. Some leading VA recruitment agencies, like VA Masters, have built their entire model around connecting Filipino VAs with global clients at competitive rates, which tells you something about where the market is heading. And a quick but important word on the practical side of remote work. Your workspace setup matters more than most new VAs realize. The essentials: stable internet. Test your speed, both upload and download, and aim for at least 25 megabytes per second. A UPS battery backup, because power interruptions will happen and your clients need reliability. A mobile data plan as a secondary internet source. A decent headset, and good lighting for video calls. Client notice the quality of your setup on screen and a defined physical space for work. Even a corner of a room sends a clear signal that your brain that it's time to focus. Working from home is not for everyone, but if you go in with accurate expectations, knowing the challenges, building systems for them, and setting up your environment properly, it can genuinely change the trajectory of your career and your life. Not because it's easy, but because you built something sustainable on your own terms. Once again, keep learning, keep growing, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel.